So what does it look like if you have the fish response, which is really a trauma response, its own hyper-vigilant response because you grew up walking on eggshells and or you have a autistic brain, a very hyper-vigilant kind of brain. This is the more internalized presentation of autism, the more high masking type in that regard. Number one, you often find yourself reflexively and unconsciously predicting threat in other people's verbal and nonverbal signs, meaning their tone of voice changes, their body language, their facial expressions, the tone of an email or emoji. So there's only 3 now, there normally are 7. So you're always predicting something bad happening. Number 2, peopling is stressful. Any human interaction for you triggers this kind of concept. So you're a vibe reader, a tea leaf reader, like tea leaf reader. No matter what it is, you cannot stop yourself from soaking people's emotions and behaviors and intentions up like a sponge. It's like you can't stop because in childhood, that is how you stayed safe. You tend to ruminate before, during, and after interactions. You often worry you're in trouble, somebody's mad at you, you did something wrong. That's the first response you have, and that is why it feels threatening. You often prefer to be alone because that's the only time you feel safe and relaxed in your body. If you're autistic, this also is a place for you to maybe do your special interests or to be in your mind palace, so another level. But at the core, all of this childhood stuff creates a stress response. And so you're looking for ways to not be triggered, and being alone can be one of them. You might dissociate, you might ruminate for hours, you might be in a period of maladaptive daydreaming where you plan out your entire life and you play out scenarios. You often have a hard time advocating for yourself and speaking up. Anger often feels dangerous and threatening. You might also provoke anger because other people's moods kind of piss you off, like, what's wrong with you? Why are you moody? And or you self-silence. You avoid conflict, or you take too much and then you blow and you feel really bad about yourself. At the core, there's often a shame center, a shame spiral that happens because no matter what, we don't want to get things wrong. An email, a typo, a text message, a relationship, and we're really hard on ourselves. That's that inner critic we have. And we over-focus, we have that outside-in orientation, so we're always looking outward first until we learn to find safety inside. We basically outsource our safety to other people. We're often, like I said before, perfectionists. We can have a lot of awareness of our physical environment, like, oh, that ashtray was moved or whatever. We're just we know what's going on and we make sense. Everything means something, and it's usually something bad. As a result, we're often tired, burned out, chronically ill. And so the bottom line is that this response, if you've grown up this way, because our caretakers, our parents are the caretakers of our nervous system. They're our source of safety at all times. So we are always looking outward to find safety in ourselves.